Alright guys, so we're finally here to discuss Season 2 of Wednesday. Now again, I did do my first part for Wednesday Season 2, but again, I'm just going to review pretty much the whole season, and this is going to be my second half of Season 2. So again, if you guys watched it, great. If you haven't gotten to it, definitely check it out. But overall, this season was really entertaining and also very it kept making you make theories, like what's going to happen with this character, what's going on. And it really dove into the history of not only the Adams family, but also other characters of what, we thought we knew about these characters in this version. Because we have where Wednesday, I would assume, went into a coma for a while. She wakes up. The former principal is her spirit guide, and only she can see her, and she's trying to teach her how to get back her psychic ability. She's still trying to save Enid, but again, Tyler's on loose. We figure out that the woman she saved was actually Tyler's mother, quote unquote. Again, there's theories on that, but I'll get into it here in a minute. But she's being obsessed with that. She returns to school, and she doesn't really tell Enid everything until some of it. And then there is an episode which I enjoyed and I thought was hilarious when she wanted to get her abilities back faster, but she was unable to do so. She even tried becoming Tyler's master, but of course Tyler's mother interfered. After she met with Morticia, they made a deal, and again, she kept her into the bargain. And we find out Slurp is aka Isaac, which is of course Tyler's uncle, who was the roommate of course Gomez when they were in school together. And apparently we find out that he was so obsessed with trying to save his sister's life because she was a hide, and he was going to use Gomez to activate a machine, and it almost took him out, to where Morticia got involved, and that's how come Gomez doesn't have powers. And they buried him where he was buried, even though it was meant for Gomez. And then we also saw where apparently Thane was the hand of Isaac, his right hand. And it was really crazy of the putting all the pieces together. And I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was very interesting to be able to see more of Thane's history and how all the dots were kind of connecting, and even how Enid, she was very upset with Wednesday, but when they switched bodies, because Wednesday went to her grandmother for help to try to get her ability back, but she told her, try going to this one grave of this one that was a raven who had the ability to see sight, which again, of course, was Lady Gaga's character. And she goes and she has her do a test, but as soon as she does the test, there's consequences because Enid pulls her away, and they switch bodies. That was probably one of the most funniest things in the season. I give a big hand to the one who plays Enid, Jenna Ortega. They really brought it for switching characters of Enid being Wednesday and Wednesday being Enid. I thought it was hilarious. And learning how Morticia was a writer, and how Morticia was able to see the former principal, and how all these other things was going on, and how Wednesday was learning more about Enid. Enid was learning more about Wednesday, of how she doesn't have a good life at times, and her trying to save her and everything of that nature. And after all this happens, she is able to save Enid to a certain degree, but then her vision changes to and Adams not needed. So then they go into this whole chaos of trying to figure out what Adams is going to be in danger. And Isaac does try to take Pugsley, because again, they really did put Pugsley on the back burner this year. They even though he was there, they still put him on the back burner because he was kind of the outcast of the outcasts within the school. Even though everyone knew who his sister was, and no one really kind of accepted him, so that's the reason why he became friends with a zombie, and then it got revealed to be Isaac. So again, it does get fixed for his character. Also, of course, the one Dort, how he was really trying to get money out of Wednesday's grandmother, so that way he could take it and run and use the one Siren's character to be able to use her and her mother because of their past. And that was able to get, revealed between Wednesday and everyone else working together to take him down, so we got to see that. And the one thing that a lot of people was curious on, which I'm going to get later on to in this video, is, of course, Capri, the teacher. She apparently is a werewolf. We find out her father was a Hyde, who she got with at one point was a Hyde. And then she takes Tyler in at the last part of the season when Tyler's mother apparently passes. And they take down Isaac as well between Wednesday and Gomez, Morticia, and Thane, because Thane is able to use his own ability to resist Isaac and choose the Addams family. But Tyler, he pretty much just does his own thing. And Wednesday had a chance to take him out, but she didn't do it for whatever reason. Because I guess she figured the enemy of my enemy is my friend at this point. And we also see where Capri is either going to use Tyler or something else. There's speculation that, oh, that's his real mother. I personally don't believe it. She took a big interest in Enid this year due to her kind of putting the pieces together that Enid was going to become an alpha werewolf, and she does. Enid really went through a lot this season due to the point of dumping one guy, trying to go on to another guy, but the guy was already seeing somebody else before he arrived. She found that out, and then realizing that her life was in danger, realizing that the main person she could always count on was Wednesday, and how she accepted Wednesday to be her pack, and how she pretty much sacrifices her freedom in her human form for Wednesday by saving her. And now that she is fully in wolf form, Wednesday has to keep her word to go look for her, which is what she does at the very end of the season, which she calls Fester, and Fester and her are going to be going on the hunt to find Enid and find out where she is. Now, again, there is rumors that the one who played Enid is not going to be returning. I don't know if that's true or not. Hopefully she does return. I know there's some people that loved or hated the character Agnes. Again, the Wednesday stalker slash, wanted to be her best friend. She was annoying, but at the same time, she became very useful. She became very loyal. And honestly, with the help of Enid, of all the people who hated her, really got her to realize you don't need to be a copy to Wednesday. You can be your own person. You can do your own thing. And she really helped her realize that. And I think she really grew as a character. And we also got to see where there was a kind of a reveal where Wednesday's grandmother has been hiding her aunt this whole time. Somewhere, I'm assuming, at her estate. So she had Lurch, have her go in this one area, and she sees where her Aunt Ophelia is writing in blood, apparently, Wednesday must die. So a lot of people are wondering, why is that the case? Honestly, I'm unsure. Maybe because she got the ability from her aunt. I don't know. Maybe it's because she sees Wednesday as a threat. A lot of people are suspecting Lurch is involved in this. I don't think Lurch is a threat. I think he just gets told whatever he does by anyone with the Addams family name, or even when that's related to an Addams. Obviously, he may know that she's alive. A lot of people are speculating, oh, I want this actress to play or whatever. There's some people that they were saying they wanted the one that played Sabrina in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina to play her aunt. Honestly, I don't know if that would be good casting or bad casting, because again, she looks very young, so I don't know unless she did something to where they could write in that she was able to retain her youth or something. I don't know, because again, I'm not sure how old she is. I want to say she's like, what, in her mid-20s or something like that. I don't know, but again, it'd probably be really close to Jenna Ortega's age, I think, because I want to say she's in her early 20s. I think I can't remember, but either way, this season was very entertaining. It left me with a lot of questions. It left me with a lot of speculations and theories, and I'm looking forward to season 3. I mean, season 3 was already green lit before season 2 even began, but now we're gonna have to wait another 2 years before we get a season 3. It's gonna be kind of hard because the longer you wait, these actors, some of them, again, they're gonna look older. These actors are going to look older. You can't stop that. I mean, again, Jenna Ortega looks the same, yes. The one played Enid looks the same, yes. Some of the other characters look the same. Luckily, the ones that played Gomez and Morticia, they look the same. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, man, she amazed me this season, especially pulling off stunts in Zorro with her and Wednesday in this sword fight that they did. That was amazing. And I'm just hoping that they can give us this season sooner rather than later, because again, this is going to take a lot of fans out of it, and then they're going to have to rewatch season 1 and 2 to remember what happened. And there's some that may not. But again, I'm hoping between Tim Burton and the actors and the writers, they can flesh this out a lot faster than hopefully what we're going to be expecting. I mean, again, other people are going to be doing other movies, other TV shows possibly, while they're waiting on Wednesday to be written, and pretty much go from there. Because again, I've heard a lot of things where if you're waiting on a show and they're trying to write it out and they're trying to create the whole atmosphere and the characters and the writing and the setting and all that, it's going to take a minute. And it depends on how fast they can do that and how fast the actors are going to be available if they're not already doing something. Because maybe they've already signed on to do season 3. I'm not entirely sure how that goes, or if they have. Again, that's not my business. I'm not in that room. But as a fan of this series, I'm hoping that season 3 comes out very quickly, and it comes out very efficiently, and it comes out to be as good as the last, this season and the first season. I know a lot of people come up with a lot of wacky theories, but again, guys, we can have all the theories we want until we actually see what's going to happen. We do not know what's going to be in Tim Burton's mind until he does it. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm just going to be honest about that. We do not know what Tim Burton's going to do until he actually does it. I mean, that's just facts. But overall, guys, what did you think of season 2 Wednesday? Was it great? Was it okay? Was it amazing? Was it a dud? What's your own personal opinion about it? Let me know about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you as always on the very next one.